to Kleschka Picks Week 15. The NFL season is almost over. It is December. We are in the Christmas spirit around here on my channel. Austin Kleschka, that is me. And let's get started with the Thursday game. That would be the Colts and the Broncos. The Colts last week lost to the Bills in a blizzard game. It was crazy, filled with snow. Definitely felt like December had started. And it went into overtime, and then LeSean McCoy took it to the house to give the Bills the win. Like I said, Colts lost. The Broncos shut out the Jets at home. And I thought the Jets were going to give them a fight, but there was just no fight at all. Like I said, they got shut out. And the Broncos, I don't know. They're a hard team to predict. But this week, I think the Colts are having such a bad season. And the Broncos, I guess, are going uphill right now instead of down after shutting them out and having an okay offense last week. I think the Broncos will win this game. I think they'll win 20-10 in the battle of Peyton Manning's two teams. Bears and Lions. The Bears beat the Bengals last week. Absolutely destroyed them. The Lions beat the Buccaneers by a field goal. And this is going to be an interesting game. The Bears, I think, will put up a fight. I think it'll be closer than a lot of people think. But in the end, I think the Lions will win 27-23. I think they have the better offense. Gunslinger Matthew Stafford and his receivers are pretty good, so I give them the win. A battle for first place this weekend. The Seahawks and the Rams. Rams lost last week, and that was very good for me and my Seahawks because we also lost. If we would have won, we would be in first place. But we are still one game back. So if we beat them this week, we will move into first place because we have the better division record. And the Seahawks put up a fight against the Jaguars. They made it close in the end, but could not come all the way back. The Jaguars just kept, every time we scored, they would also score. And a huge fight in that game. Huge, huge fight. Russell Wilson always seems to be his best towards the end of the season. He heats up in clutch moments. Yeah, and then the Rams, they just went toe-to-toe with the Eagles, just back and forth. The Rams are also having a great offensive season. We beat them earlier in the year, and I am confident we can do it again. I think the Seahawks will beat the Rams 24-17. I think playing at home is going to play a huge factor in that, just like it did against the Eagles. The Chargers and the Chiefs. The Chargers have been hot lately. What did they do last week? They beat the Redskins. And the Chiefs beat the Raiders last week. The Chiefs were kind of going downhill. They were on a downhill slump. And then they won last week against the Raiders. And Chargers, like I said, have been hot these last couple weeks. And I actually think they're going to beat the Chiefs this week. Their offense has been great, especially Phillip Rivers and Keenan Allen. The Chiefs have been, they started out great, and then, like I said, they started going down. Maybe in the Jets game, which they lost, though. Alex Smith dominated, however. But I don't know. I just see the Chargers have the momentum at this part of the season, and I think the Chargers will win 27-20. Dolphins and Bills. Bills won in that blizzard overtime game, and the Dolphins beat the Patriots. Man, I'm sorry, but it is just always nice to see the Patriots lose. I'm sorry, Patriots fans. The Dolphins, Kenyon Drake is looking very good, especially the week against the Patriots looked very good. They really like him. The Bills have been struggling. They've been up and down. They've been pretty good of late, but they barely beat the Colts. And I think the Dolphins are right in a hot hand coming off a win against the Patriots. I think they'll get the win, 23-20. Panthers and Packers. Packers beat the Browns in overtime last week, and the Panthers beat the Vikings. The Panthers are in a battle to get to that first place spot with the Saints and the Falcons. They're all fighting for it. I think they're going to do pretty good against Green Bay. Green Bay has an okay defense. Panthers have been hot. And I think that, especially after beating the Vikings, who are also competing, they're competing with the Packers for that division. Like I said, they beat the Vikings last week, and that is a very tough team to beat. I think they'll have a good game against the Packers, beating them 31-17. The Ravens and the Browns. Browns, you were so close to your first win last week. So close, but you could not get it in overtime. The Ravens put up a very good game against the Steelers. Only lost by a point. Came down to the last couple of seconds, minutes. But this is going to be an easy one for the Ravens. I think they're going to win 33-10. Jacksonville, very impressive season. Blake Bortles had a very good game against my Seahawks last week. And the Texans lost to the 49ers. I think Jacksonville is the better team by far with defense and offense. I think they're going to win 27-17. Vikings and Bengals. Both of these teams lost last week. Bengals to the Bears and Vikings to the Panthers. Vikings, I think, are the better team. Case Keenum has been very good in replacing Bradford and Bridgewater. And Bengals, they're up and down. I mean, they have the ability to be a great offense, but they just don't. And I think the Vikings will win 24-16. The Saints and the Jets. Saints last week, what did they do? They lost to the Falcons on Thursday Night Football. The Jets got shut out by the Broncos. The Jets, they do put up competition, but still, I don't think they're going to beat a team like the Saints, especially with how good the Saints are doing this season. I think the Saints are going to have a great offensive game against the Jets, and I think they will win 31-17. Eagles and Giants, very sad news in Philadelphia. Carson Wentz has torn his ACL.
I'm told that they fear it is a left ACL.
That sucks. I'm not an Eagles fan in any way, but I love watching good football. And the Eagles were very fun to watch with Carson Wentz. So it's sad to see him out for the rest of the year, playoffs, and everything. However, I think they are still a good team. Nick Foles has been in this situation before. He's been a pretty decent quarterback in games where he started. Giants have had a season to forget about. I think Nick Foles can lead the Eagles to a win over the Giants, 23-10. Cardinals and Redskins. Cardinals beat the Titans last week. Redskins lost to the Chargers. Cardinals, they are very injury-ridden this year. Redskins are not performing to what they should be, but I think the Redskins are a better team than the Cardinals, and I think they will win 23-17. All right, probably what will be the game of the week, the Steelers and the Patriots. This is going to be a battle for who's going to be the #1 overall team between these two. And Patriots, of course, Brady is always great most of the time. And Steelers came off a great game. Ben threw for 500 yards. Le'Veon went over 100. Brown went over 200. I think Pittsburgh has the momentum. The Patriots defense is injured and vulnerable, and I think that the Steelers and their great offense are going to be able to take advantage of that. And I think they're going to win this game. I think the Steelers will win 30-27. The Titans and the 49ers. The 49ers won last week. Mariota is slightly hurt. He's not injured to the point where he's probably not going to play. But for some reason, I think the 49ers, they are going to get the win in this one. I don't know why, just feeling. I think they will win 24-17. Cowboys and the Raiders. Raiders lost to the Chiefs last week. Cowboys beat the Giants. Cowboys got 30 points. They're finally figuring stuff out without Ezekiel Elliott, who is coming back soon, I believe. And I think they will do that again against the Raiders. The Raiders, they're running out of time to try and get first place in their division. And they just are not clicking every single game. And I think that the Cowboys will win 27-20. Falcons and the Buccaneers. Falcons have come up with some key wins over the last few weeks. Their offense has been good, and the Buccaneers are not getting the wins they need. They are just having a season they don't want to remember. Lots of injuries for them. It's been a tough season for them, but they stayed in it. They fought. And I don't think they're going to win. I think the Falcons will win 24-13. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching Kleschka Picks Week 15. Have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all those holidays. Happy holidays in general. We're not there yet. I think we got one more week of Kleschka Picks before Christmas. But we're in the spirit. We're in the spirit. So everybody get in the spirit and like the video. Subscribe to the Kleschka Crew if you haven't. If you haven't, why not? Just do it. And I'll see you next time in Week 16.